Okay, so our next base position is going to be supine in a hook lying position, meaning just like you're on your back and your feet are on the floor. So you're going to need your foam roller and a kettlebell or just anything to hold on to overhead. So you can use someone's legs, you can use the leg of some kind of piece of furniture, you can use whatever you want. Something that like is not super light and will anchor you to the floor. And you'll see what I mean. So this is very much about the rib cage and the hips, mostly the rib cage and the trunk. So we're trying to, you know what, I'll just show you. Situate the foam roller in the middle of your back. Okay, it's not super comfortable if you have a low pain tolerance, but like I'm fine. So your kettlebell is going to be further away from you like this, okay? So you can keep your head up or you can keep your head down. I'm just going to keep my head down, okay? From here, I'm going to lift my head. Actually, I lied. You have to lift your head for a sec. So you're going to start with your hips up like this. Now I'm going to drop my head. So you're going to keep your hips up for a second. From here, you're going to think about knitting the lower ribs together and tucking the hips and holding at the top position of a bridge. Then keep your upper arms or your arms where they are. Then slowly tap the butt down. Try to not flare the ribs. Tap. Lift. Knit the ribs together. Feel your abs. Knit the lower ribs together. Think about keeping them knitted down towards the pubic bone. Drop the belly, not the belly, drop the butt. Slow. Lift. Again, anchor your arms to the kettlebell, knit the lower ribs together, tap. Lift. Okay. Now I can't see myself, so I don't know how well my ribs are knitted, but I know that I used to have trouble with that. I used to flare my ribs all the time. My rib cage is it's kind of like rigid, even though I danced and I did gymnastics. So I have to do stuff like that often, but not super often, just enough to like mitigate. All right. So ribs knitted means this, as if you're taking your lower ribs and knitting them into your trunk, like digging them down and holding them. The muscles pull down on the ribs. The ribs don't do anything. The ribs just sit there. When you tell your muscles what to do, when you instruct them, then they pull on the bones. Okay, even the muscles are considered dumb because the neurological system is really what tells them what to do. So it's kind of like a cascade system. So anyway, this is very important for anything in which you flare your ribs in. A lot of people do squats with the rib flare and too much spinal extension, and they don't tuck the hips enough. That's why this is important. Okay.